Hi guys, since it's ANZAC Day, we thought we'd make some ANZAC cookies, and we have them all year round in our house, and I've eaten them all, so I want some more anyway. So, to make ANZAC cookies, first thing you got to do is you got to wash your hands, which I've already done. Put on an apron and tie up your hair if you've got long hair, which I do, and it's beautiful. You got to preheat the oven to 160 degrees. Maybe get a parent to help you with that. And you got to do that before you start cooking, because it takes a while to heat up. That's just how ovens work. After you've heated the oven, you need to get a flat tray and either line it with this, which is called baking paper, or you need to grease it. I haven't greased it because I don't like washing up. First thing we need to do to actually start cooking is we need to get a bowl. And in the bowl we need to combine oats, 3/4 cup of desiccated coconut. After the desiccated coconut, we have 1 cup of plain flour. Chuck that in there, put that in there. We add 1 cup of sugar, which is really good, but you can't eat it while your parents are watching. Right, after that's all in there, we stir to combine. Try not to make a mess. Okay. Once you've stirred it enough, which I think I have, should be alright, we're going to add 1/2 cup of butter in a pot on the stove, and by the magic of theatre, voila, it's already melted. Once it's melted, which it has, we're going to add 1 tablespoon golden syrup. It's 1,000 times better than maple syrup, but don't have them on your pancakes. Now, here's a trick. If you're clumsy, like me, I'm just kidding, I'm not clumsy, do it over a bowl. Preferably one you've already used. So if you do too much, it just drips into the bowl. Oh, I have done too much, I called it. It's just going to drip into the bowl and I'll let that happen. While it's dripping, bring it over. It might take a while, so it's dripping really slowly. What would help is if you get another spoon out and just slowly just scrape it in. I'm just going to get a spoon and scrape it in. Once that's in there, we'll stir that. We'll stir it with something that's a good idea. We shouldn't stir with the same thing we stir the flour with because we don't want to cross-contaminate the two things. So we'll just stir it with a wooden spoon. And you want to try and get rid of, if there's any of those white powdery things of the butter, just try and stir them up and mix it in with the golden syrup. Once that's stirred, again, get your parents to help you with the stove, put it back on the stove and maybe put the heat up 1 more so it's on low to medium. I'm just going to move this because this isn't needed our next step. We're going to boil the kettle, get your parents to help you with this because boiling water really hurts. I've had it on my arm, thank goodness it didn't scar. 2 tablespoon measurements into, I was about to say a cup, into a bowl. And 1.5 teaspoons of this. It's bicarb soda. Looks like sugar, it's not sugar, don't eat it, trust me, it's horrible by itself. Put that in there, swirl it around a little bit, don't spill the boiling water on yourself. And we're going to mix this with our butter and maple syrup mixture. And we're going to stir it thoroughly. Oh yeah, have a look at that. Already it's frothing up, see? See how it's frothing up already? That's good. Now we're going to add our oats, sugar, coconut, and whatever else I put in here with the bicarb soda, water, golden syrup, whatever else I put in here. You guys should be keeping track, you know what you're doing. We're going to slowly pour it into the pot. Pour the pot into the bowl, forgot the word again, so good at this. Turn the stove top off, leave that to cool down, and see how it's not mixed in? That's not what we want. We're going to mix it in so it's starting to look like a really weird toffee. Yeah, that's how I'm describing it. Really floury toffee. Just mixing all the golden syrup in. trying to get all the flour covered. It's more looking like breadcrumbs now, less than toffee. That's what it's starting to look like. Ooh. More like a breadcrumby thing now that I've mixed it in. And just keep mixing until you can't really see any of that white, powdery flour anymore. Now, when you're mixing it, it should start to stick together and get gluggy. See how it's really holding together now? It's holding more closely. Now ours wasn't gluggy, so what you might need to do is, and just a little bit at a time, a little bit more golden syrup and a little bit more hot water. Just put them in a cup little bit by little bit and add them slowly until it starts to get, so the gluggy consistency that I have, this sort of consistency, where it's a bit of an effort to move it around the bowl. That's about right. That's really good too. Okay, next thing we need to do, we need to start grouping them all on our grease or non-stick paper lined tray. I'm going to do one really big one because that's going to be my one. Now when you do them, you need to leave about, say a pinky's length, about that length, or so room between the cookies, because they need room, because when they cook, they expand. Looks pretty alright, I reckon. There you go. Once you've had them all grouped on, I'm going to put them in the oven. Where are my cookies? Alright, 15 minutes later, we will put on oven mitts and take our cookies, like that, out of the oven and put them on. We're putting them on our stove top. Yum. Eating that one. We're putting them on our stove top, but you can use a hot plate or just don't put them on the bench. That's not going to end well. And we leave them to cool. And to the magic of cinema. Yep, they're all cool now. My family can have these ones, but these are for Jessie. Perfect. Alright, I hope your ANZAC Cookies turned out as good as these ones, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.